Okay, so the Flash movie does exist. I have seen it with my own eyes. This is a movie that does 110% exist. It's finally here. It's only been, what is it, like 8 years wait since they announced that they were going to do a Flash movie. Well, it's finally arrived. We're going to talk about it. So smash your thoughts down in the comment section below if you guys have seen it. What are your thoughts? Smash that like button, click subscribe, and let's talk about the newest Flash movie right now. Okay, so the new Flash movie is now out. A movie that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. It's here. It's real. I can't believe I'm actually talking about the movie The Flash right now. Like, I never thought I would because of all the dramas behind the scenes and everything that went on with this movie. We finally got it. Now, I was very skeptical. I have been seeing everyone else's comments on this movie saying it's the best comic book movie of all time. Best DC movie of all time. This is just an absolute masterpiece. Like, look, that is massive. That is a massive claim to make because we have the Dark Knight trilogy. We have movies like Logan out there. We have those type of comic book movies that are just phenomenal. So, I went in expecting, okay, so people are hyping this up. Expectations have gone up a little bit. I'm excited for it now. But then with the trailers and everything, I was still like, this could be a complete disaster. But I am happily going to tell you right now that as a massive skeptical person I was of this movie, it's actually really, really good. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best comic book movie of all time. For me personally, it doesn't crack my top 10 best comic book movies of all time. I don't think it's the best DC movie of all time either. But it is a damn good movie. It really is. And what I love about this movie is the way that they incorporate the actual multiverse into it makes total complete sense, and it ties in very, very well with the story that they're trying to tell with the actual character himself, Barry Allen. So when they use it as a way to teach Barry a lesson at the same time, which I absolutely love because the development that Barry gets in this whole entire movie is exceptional and it makes you like the Flash a lot more. This is something that we needed to really get on board with this character in the Justice League. This just elevates his character to a whole nother level. And having two Barrys here was a brilliant contrast with what can go wrong when you try and fix something. And I love that. And I love the message that they were telling through Barry himself about the idea of sometimes the trauma that we go through in life, the scars that we have, shapes who we are. And I love this. And sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just have to let that happen. And I really, really enjoy that whole message that they were telling through him. Obviously, we know from the trailers, Michael Keaton is back as Batman. Absolutely loved him. He was absolutely fantastic. He didn't overshadow the Flash at all. It still feels like the Flash movie. He's there, but it's enough to make you just, oh man, that score. When that score comes on, it's just floods back the nostalgia, doesn't it? It really does. His character was great. His character has his own little arc as well that I really enjoyed. Ben Affleck's in here as well. We know that. I don't want to hear anyone tell me that the dark blue, like the greyish blue and the grey, does not work. It does work. It looked freaking awesome in this movie. It really did. Absolutely fantastic. Like, come on, man. We can get that design. We really can. Supergirl. Now, one of my biggest concerns when it came to this movie was how were they going to deal with the events of General Zod coming down? And obviously we know about some of the leaks and everything like that. My biggest concern was, are they going to shit on my favorite comic book movie of all time, Man of Steel? Are they going to absolutely just cuck the crap out of Kal-El? Are they going to do that? I can safely tell you guys that is not the case in this movie. If anything, they elevate Man of Steel and they elevate the actual power difference between Superman and Supergirl. Supergirl is absolutely phenomenal in this movie. She is really, really good. I would love to see more of her. And I never thought I was going to say that, but I want to see more of this Supergirl. She is great. But in this movie, she does lose to Zod, and sometimes it's really, really bad, and it shows you that power gap that Kal-El really does have over Supergirl. Like, it just shows you Kara is nowhere near him. Now, some of the leaks you may have heard all make sense with the context of this movie. Context to those leaks is key, and this movie does deal with those events brilliantly and do not take away at all. If not, they elevate those characters. So that, to me, was fantastic. That all worked. There is no central main villain to this movie. That's what I love about this movie as well. There is no main villain like a Reverse Flash or anything like that, where you're like, yes, that person is the villain. The villain itself is actually Barry himself. Like, that's the whole idea. It's about the journey, about him understanding and accepting responsibility for what he can do and what he does do. That's what I love about this movie. It's not just good versus evil. It's a learning curve, and that worked so well for me as well. Absolutely loved it. The action sequences were fantastic. The Speed Force was handled absolutely brilliant. I love the visuals of how they were able to incorporate the Speed Force itself and give us those scenes. Those scenes were just absolutely incredible, and I loved it. I really, really did. I loved the use of the slow-mo as well in here. I thought that all worked quite well. It made me feel like he was traveling a lot quicker than everyone else. The visual effects are brilliant in moments, and some moments they're not quite there. But in a way, it sort of worked as well when they weren't at their best because of the use of the Speed Force and everything like that to showcase how fast he's going. So there, I know some of you guys are going to be like, yes, some of the visuals are absolutely stunning. They really are. I'm sitting there like, wow, that's brilliant. Some of them I'm kind of like, doesn't quite work. Like General Zod in this movie and the other Kryptonians, I think looked better in Man of Steel. I really do think they looked better there. But that's like when you start to go into the nitpick and everything like that. The story itself, I absolutely loved. I thought it was fantastic. Worked on so many levels. Multiverse is one of those things where you can get it so tangled and it just becomes contrived and you're kind of like, what the hell is going on here? None of this makes sense, but it worked. There are also some cameos in this movie that are gonna absolutely make people like shocked and feel nostalgia and just like really, really enjoy it. Like this cameos, and what I love is they're not just there for the purpose of, oh look, it's this person, this person. They do serve a narrative purpose and they showcase what is actually going on with everything that's happening when you're using the Speed Force. So that all worked really, really well for me. It is a lot darker as well, which is what I appreciate with DC. They do go the darker tone. That worked for me. Also, there are some funny moments in here. Like, the jokes do land. I thought there's some moments that were really, really funny, and you're kind of like laughing your ass off. There is emotional weight. There is stakes in this movie as well. And look, overall, I am pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed this movie. This is definitely a movie I want to go see again. I really, really did enjoy it. I thought the performances were great. Overall, this is a damn good movie. It really is. And I tell you what, look, believe the hype that everyone's saying. Really, believe it. I personally don't think it's the best comic book movie of all time, but it is definitely one of the better ones that we haven't had as of recent. Like, I would say this could probably be ranked in my top 4 DCEU movies. Like, up there. Like, it's definitely up there. Like, I'd give this probably an 8.5 out of 10. Like, it's a very, very solid, good movie. So, let me know what you guys think. Did you love The Flash? Smash it down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.